Hi YouTube, welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name is Michael and today we have Simon with us, and just around there is Esme as always. So today's the day we're taking the Can-Am Tracks, the Apache 360 LTs out for the first ride. I've just unloaded it. I got my truck terribly stuck in the parking lot. I actually used the Can-Am to pull me out with the help of a kindly Samaritan passing by. So yeah, winch worked great, I can tell you that much. But we're just checking them out. I brought tools with me if I need to adjust them. I'm not sure what to expect. This is as much as we've been on at the moment, which is kind of a hard pack. But I'm hoping to do a couple of laps around in here just to make sure everything's good. And then we'll head off onto a couple of the trails. So I'm very excited. This is a trip just for a few hours just to test them out. Plan to use them on the weekend, and I don't want to take that risk without actually breaking them in somewhat. So if you'd like to come along with Simon and I and Esme, you're more than welcome. So that's pretty good traction. Actually quite impressed so far. Ugh. So we've had a bit of time to play with the tracks, so here are my first thoughts. They are an expensive track. They're not as expensive as the backcountry Can-Am tracks, but it does still cost quite a lot of money to invest in these tracks. What I've seen so far is I think they're worth it. I'm comparing this to the Argo Super Tracks, the plastic Super Tracks I have on my Argo, obviously, and it's significantly different. Like the traction is just insane. Even with these smaller lugs, I guess, compared to the backcountry track, which I think is a 2-inch, these must be about 1.5 inches. And I think there's only been one, so I've had to take another stab, just back up and go at it again to get up a hill. And apart from that, it just digs. It's very good. The snow varies here from probably about 8 inches that we're in now till maybe 2 feet. I've gone up hills, gone through the deeper snow, and they just go. The speed is obviously reduced. I'm running in the trails just in low, and then out on the hard pack at high, and it goes reasonable, over 30 kilometers an hour, so it's fast enough for traversing. A little bit rough with this type of track on the hard pack of the road, the ice, but it's to be expected. I was a little concerned because I had been watching some videos recently where people were running tracks similar to mine, actually very similar, and they broke the track mount and the track rotated. One of them was like side-by-side blog, if you want to check that out, but that kind of kept me up thinking about that. So I'm just taking it easy, looking for obstructions. I know these trails underneath are pretty sandy, so I'm just taking my time. I'll gain more confidence in, once I use them a few more times, but I'm not going to be going out racing with them. I know the area that I normally go quite well. I know where all the buried obstacles are, but there's always something that you can't remember. So yeah, actually very happy. They've outperformed what I thought they were capable of, and yeah, I think it's a good purchase. So let's talk about the installation. I did the installation myself. It took me probably about 6 hours to do it. There was no real resource online. I couldn't find a YouTube video. I think there was one that didn't really show too much. So I'll probably do kind of the installation video of the tracks. Now I know roughly how they go on. I haven't done really tight setup on these. I haven't tensioned the tracks. I've kind of done it to where I think it should be, but I don't have the gauge to actually measure the pressure on the track, so you can measure the deflection properly. But I have a good reasonable idea of how it should be, and I think a lot of that setup comes into play at the higher thresholds of how you use the track. So for what I'm doing, if they're slightly too loose by small margin, 10% looser than they should be, I don't think it'll make any difference. Yeah, I'm very happy to report that I like the tracks. I think it opens up the winter for me in this machine, which is a lot better for Esme. I can actually take Simon with me. He's an older dog, and we have the heated cab as well. So yeah, and a heated jacket. Strange how you get a little bit older and you look more for the comfort. I love the winter, and I love winter camping, but it's nice just to have a few pieces of technology just to make it livable. I can still do the hardcore stuff, and I like to dip into it occasionally, but I prefer to have a good time, not freeze my butt off, and spend it with the dogs. You having a good time, Simon? Anyway, we're going to grab some lunch. I hope you've enjoyed the video and having a quick look at the Can-Am Apache 360 LT tracks. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Until next time, take care. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.